This is the History of Portugal podcast, an Eat to My Own Beat podcast. New episodes every Friday. Check us out on our Facebook page, the History of Portugal podcast, on YouTube, as well as my website, www.eattomyownbeat.com. This is episode 111 of the History of Portugal podcast. The emblem of the Almoravids. The Almoravids adopted the black standard, both to mark a religious character to their political and military movement, as well as their religious and political legitimacy, which was demonstrated through their connection to the Abbasid Caliphate. According to some authors, the black mark the fight against impiety and error. It was also considered a representation of the Prophet Muhammad's flag. However, most sources indicate a clear affiliation with Abbasid Caliphs, regarded as the supreme religious and secular authority of Sunni Islam. Historian Tayyab el-Haribi writes, "From far off Maghreb, an emissary of the Almoravid Ali bin Yusuf bin Tashfin came to Baghdad in 498 or 1104, declaring allegiance to the Abbasids, announcing the adoption of the official Abbasid black for banners, and received the title Amir al-Muslim Ba Nasir Amr al-Mu'minin, Prince of the Muslims and helper of the commander of the faithful." Thus, the Almoravids adopted all the symbols of the Abbasids, including the color black, which would take part in the social and cultural life of the Almoravid tribes in their peace and wartime. The desert tribes of Lamtuna and Musafa would adopt the black color of the veil when wrapped around the head, and for war banners in their battles in Al-Andalus. Later on, the banner would attest in clashes and uprisings opposing Almoravid and Almohad movements. The Almohads would adopt the white flag against Almoravid authority, while major anti-Almohad rebellions unleashed by the Banu Gayina in the Maghreb and the Houdinids in Al-Andalus would confirm their affiliation to the Abbasids in the same manner as the early Almoravid movement did. Thank you for listening to the History of Portugal podcast, a Eat to My Own Beat podcast. New episodes every Friday. Get more information on the History of Portugal podcast on Facebook, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Check out www.eattomyownbeat.com for more information on our travels.